I realize that it might not be the biggest story that you ever hear, but because it took up that space in that room in my life, it was big to me. And if you think about your story, it's big to you too, because it's taking up that room in your life. The common theme and the recurring theme that was happening after I published my book from people that knew me during that time was that they were reaching out saying, I had no idea that you were going through all of that. So for me, in writing this book and talking with my publisher, we knew that it would help people. Maybe not in like the Hollywood or big media kind of way, but real people in everyday life. So what is the story, Ginny? Well, here I was, single and living my best life. And then I met Chad. We were introduced, and while I was really resistant to the idea of dating him at first, over a few cocktails, I became open to the idea. It started out slow. I was slow. But I'd open the door a little bit, and he'd step in. And I even had that feeling of butterflies in my stomach, you know that feeling? And that allowed me to open the door a little bit more, and he'd slide in further, and I fell in love. Then I met his kids, and I fell in love 2 more times. I found myself in school pickup lines and drop-off lines, packing lunches in the morning, having movie nights on the weekend and cuddling on the couch. I had this instant family. I was surprised at how happy I was. My life was so good. Until one day, a friend wanted to meet, urgently. And before I know it, she displays an arrangement of evidence of lies, betrayal, deception about the man that was living in my house. Well, the man that I thought was living in my house. And it's almost like I walked into this restaurant, this pivotal moment, walking in as one woman with a certain life, and now I'm walking out facing a new life. And I don't even know what that looks like or what that means. So even though I'm told that everything's going to be okay, I wasn't so sure. But the evidence was just stacked against him, and the relationship was over that weekend. So that's my story in my book, You're My Favorite, and obviously there's a lot more details. While the story is a good one, it's so much also about the after story. And the after story is just as good,